The life simulation you're about to experience today is that of a man who's been cursed for 1800 years, Cao Cao. How many crimes did Luo Guanzhong pin on me in Romance of the Three Kingdoms? Today I'm going to count them for you, one by one. You think you know me? All you know is a villain from a novel. I, Cao Cao, was born in Xiao County of the Kingdom of Pei. At 20 I was recommended as a filial and incorrupt candidate and entered government service. When I served as the northern commandant of Luoyang, I beat the uncle of Jian Shua to death with my five-colored cudgel. When the powerful broke the law, I struck them all the same. Back then, I was a hot-blooded young man. When Dong Zhuo threw the court into chaos, 18 warlords formed an alliance to punish him. Everyone cried for his head, but I was the only one who actually led troops in pursuit. The rest? They sat in the rear drinking wine and watching the show. Chen Shou wrote it plainly. I nearly died at Xingyang. The Central Plains were in turmoil. The people were displaced, the fields left barren. I implemented the military farming system, having soldiers and refugees farm the land while preparing for war. Within a few years the granaries were full, and 1 million people had food to eat. This achievement, Romance of the Three Kingdoms, brushed past it in a single line. I issued the order for the seeking of talent 3 times, and I was blunt about it. Promote people based solely on ability, regardless of birth. Those with talent, even if their personal conduct was flawed, I would employ them. In the late Eastern Han, when aristocratic clans monopolized every office, this was utterly unprecedented. Let us drink and sing, for how long is this life of ours? I wrote, short song style, right after the devastating defeat at the Battle of Red Cliffs. People only see my ambition. No one sees the loneliness I carried writing poetry under the moonlight. Viewing the Sea was written after I defeated the Wuhuan, standing atop Jiesher Mountain. Heaven and earth stretching vast before me, and I was nothing but a grain of sand in that boundless ocean. In my lifetime, I fought over 30 battles, large and small, and unified all of northern China. From a minor official with no power base to the ruler of half the realm. Chen Shou's assessment of me in Records of the Three Kingdoms reads, an extraordinary man, a transcendent hero of his age. Those are the historian's own words. Now let's talk about what Luo Guanzhong fabricated about me. The most famous line, I would rather betray the world than let the world betray me. That sentence does not exist anywhere in Records of the Three Kingdoms. The original text from Sun Sheng's miscellaneous records reads, better that I wrong others than others wrong me. The meaning is entirely different. The incident at Liu Bash's house, Records of the Three Kingdoms, says I was passing through his home, suspected someone meant to harm me, and killed people by mistake in the darkness. Afterward, I was filled with remorse. By the time it reached Romance of the Three Kingdoms, it became me deliberately slaughtering all 8 members of his family and then coldly delivering that infamous line. Luo Guanzhong's pen cut deeper than any blade. In Romance of the Three Kingdoms, Liu Bei is the paragon of righteousness, while I am the epitome of treachery. But in actual history, Liu Bei sought refuge under Gongsun Zan, Tao Qian, Lu Bu, Cao Cao, Yuan Shao, and Lu Biao, betraying every patron along the way. These facts, Luo Guanzhong chose selective blindness. Guan Yu releasing me at Huarong Pass, fiction. Borrowing the East Wind, fiction. The Empty Fort strategy, also fiction. My true adversary was Sun Quan and his Jiangdong regime. The real protagonist of the Battle of Red Cliffs was Zhou Yu, not Zhuge Liang. But these truths? Nobody wants to hear them. Romance of the Three Kingdoms painted me as pathologically suspicious, executing Yang Xiu, killing Liu Bash, murdering people in my sleep. Yet Records of the Three Kingdoms documents that I had an entire constellation of brilliant advisors. Sun Yu served me for 20 years. Guojia was loyal until his dying breath. Cheng Yu and Jia Su both died of natural causes in honored positions. Could a paranoid tyrant have retained talent of that caliber? When Luo Guanzhong wrote Romance of the Three Kingdoms, it was the late Yuan and early Ming dynasty. The Mongols had ruled the Central Plains for nearly a century. He needed a narrative of legitimate succession. Liu Bei, surnamed Lu, was a kinsman of the Han imperial house, a natural claim to legitimacy. And I, Cao Cao, became the very synonym for usurping the Han. The political needs of a single novel defined my image for 1800 years. During the Tang dynasty, Li Bai wrote in verse, "The martial lord of Wei cracked his whip. Eastward at Jieshi, his poems remain. Dumu called me a hero." The people of Tang read Chen Shou's records of the Three Kingdoms. Romance of the Three Kingdoms hadn't been born yet. In their eyes, I was a remarkable figure. Then came the Song dynasty, and the rise of Qingzhou Neo-Confucianism with its doctrines of loyalty to the emperor and legitimate succession. I, Cao Cao, who held the emperor to command the lords, became the textbook example of a traitorous minister. Su Shi recorded that street storytellers would make audiences weep when Liu Bei lost a battle, and cheer and applaud when I lost one. From that point on, I was no longer considered human. In the Ming dynasty, Luo Guanzhong put it all to paper, and the white-faced Cao Cao from Yuan dynasty operas was transferred onto the page. From then on, I was forever cast as the white-faced traitor on the opera stage. What does the white face represent? Cunning, deceit, untrustworthiness. A single painted mask, case closed for eternity. In 1954, someone spoke up for me publicly. He said, "Cao Cao was a remarkable statesman and military leader, and also a remarkable poet. He unified the North, no small achievement." The man who said this? You all know him. After that, the academic world of history finally began to reassess me. In 2009, my tomb was discovered in Anyang, Hunan. There was no gold or silver treasure. The burial goods were so modest that the archaeologists were astonished. During my lifetime, I had issued the edict of simple burial. No mound, no marker, no wasting the people's labor. A so-called treacherous villain who didn't even want a lavish funeral when he died. To be honest, after being cursed for so many years, I stopped being angry long ago. What truly saddens me is that posterity remembers the treacherous villain from a novel, yet forgets the poems I wrote, forgets the millions I fed, forgets the half of China I conquered and held. History is never black and white, yet people insist on wanting a simple answer. An old warhorse in the stable still dreams of galloping 1,000 miles. A hero in his twilight years, his ambitious heart never rests. I wrote those words for myself, and they are the last act of defiance I left to this world. 1800 years have passed, and I am still who I always was. So what do you think? Was Cao Cao a treacherous villain or a true hero? 1800 years on, the comments section is your courtroom. You be the judge.